Hello everyone, my name is Oldimus and welcome to another episode in the Oldimus Plays series where I play indie games that I find really interesting or that I really like. Today we're going to play a puzzle game called Crime Reaper. Crime Reaper actually, well, if you read the description on Steam, it says it's murder sudoku. Solve crimes and impress death in your new afterlife puzzle career. We're going to jump right into the game and see what it's all about. I'll also add the Steam store link in the description down below in case you want to give it a shot yourselves. So let's see. Career. You must be the new Crime Reaper. Welcome aboard. I'm MX Death, the grimmest of reapers and feared by humans the world over. I'm also your boss. Like the legends of me tell, I'm responsible for shepherding humans to the afterlife when their time is up. Sometimes, however, there are deities that make humans kill each other before their allotted day by using murder influence. Your role, you crime reap, which is a type of crime scene reconstruction. Okay. Once you've rebuilt the crimes, we can use it to catch the deities that caused them. Now, let's get you started. Alright. Let's start. The campaign difficulty can always be changed between puzzles. I'll try normal. Okay, murder sudoku. Let's see. Click on the clues above to see more information about them. So these are the clues, and these ones as well. These are the rules, as far as I can understand. Every room must contain exactly one of each shape or color of evidence. So the shapes are triangle, circle, and square. So in each room we can have one of each. Okay. A shape or color cannot be in the same row or column as any other shape or color in the same room. Okay. Alright, I get it now. So for example, in this room we can only place the square shape in this square of the room, because it can't have any other shape or color in the same row or column. Okay, got it. Rows can't contain more than one of each shape or color of evidence. Okay, that's the sudoku part of the game, and columns as well. Yeah, okay. So for example, in this row, let's say, if I place a square evidence, I cannot place another square evidence in anywhere in this row or column. Right, okay, I get it. Okay, where to start? So these are the clues. The library is in the central cell of its room. So if we manage to find out where to place the library, it will be placed in the central cell. Okay. Are there any clues regarding the items that we have already placed? The abandoned house is within the same room as the revolver. Right. So this is the abandoned house in the same room, and it can be placed anywhere in these cells. Okay. The abandoned house is in the same row and west of the piano wire, which is also in the same row and west of the letter. So the abandoned house will be here, the piano wire will be here, and the letter will be here. The piano wire can be anywhere in these squares. Okay. Oh, there are more clues. Okay. The abandoned house is somewhere north of and within the same column as the crossbow. Crossbow. Okay. And the crossbow is in the southwest cell of its room. All right. So far we know that the abandoned house is in this square, in this room. Okay, these 9 cell squares are called rooms. Okay, the abandoned house is going to be in this room, right? The abandoned house is north of the crossbow, but the crossbow is a triangle shape, so it can't be in this room. So it will be in this room. The crossbow itself is in the southwest cell of its room. So there we go. And the clue disappeared. Great. The abandoned house is somewhere north and within the same column as the crossbow. Okay, so it's gonna be here or here. Right. It will depend on where we will place the square for this room, the square, the location. I mean, these are locations as far as I can tell. The town square, the hammer, and the letter are all within the same room. Hammer and letter. Hammer and letter. Okay, any clues about the hammer or the letter? No. No. Hammer or letter. Okay. The cemetery is somewhere west of any of the same row as the gloves. Any clues? Okay, the matches are within the same room as the cemetery. All right. Probably, if we were to place the cemetery somewhere, it's gonna be here. Yep. Cool. That was easy. The matches are somewhere west of and in the same row as the will. Same row, so it's gonna be here, since the matches are in the west. The will is in the east central cell of its room, so this is gonna be the will. Great. Okay. Okay. The photograph is somewhere west of and in the same row as the town square. The photograph. So it's gonna be here or here. Same row. The photograph. Yeah, it can be placed here because there's already something here, so it's gonna be in this room. Okay, and the photograph is in the northeast cell of its room, so it's gonna be here. Great. Okay. Okay. The library is in the central cell of its room. Central cell, so it's here, here, or here. Right. The film is somewhere north of and within the same column as the library. The film is somewhere west of and the same row as the farm. Any clues on the farm? No. The cemetery is somewhere west of in the same row as the gloves. Okay, we can work with that. West of and same row. So it's either here or here. Okay. The town square is somewhere north of and within the same column as the gloves. So this is the town square, same column. And the gloves are west from the cemetery, so it's gonna be here. Cool. Cool. We have 2 triangle clues. the town square hammer and the letter are in the same room, so the letter and the hammer. Okay, so if the hammer is here, then the piano wire is gonna be in this room, and it's gonna be in the southwest cell of its room. Southwest, excellent. Right, the abandoned house is in the same row and west of the piano wire. The abandoned house. And the same row with the letter. Okay, same row and west of the letter, so the letter should be placed here. Great. The hammer can only be placed here. Okay. We have the ID and the movie. And we have several other locations that we need to place. We'll do that. The abandoned house is in the same room as the revolver. Somewhere here. The abandoned house is in the same row west of the piano wire. So it's gonna be either here or here. Okay, and the abandoned house is somewhere north and within the same column as the crossbow. So, same column, same row over here. Cool. 3 more locations. There are no clues as to where the road and the farm should be placed. The film is somewhere north of and within the same column as the library. If it's the same column, it can't be the same room, right? Right. So there are only 2 rooms that can have locations. Sorry, 2 rooms that can have. Yeah, the film is gonna be here. The library is gonna be here, same row, same column, sorry. Great. The ID, this is the only room that doesn't have a clue, piece of evidence, let's say. And the ID card is in the northeast cell of its room. Great. The film is somewhere west of and in the same row as the farm. Yeah, it's gonna be here. And this is the only square. Right. Expecting a huge payday from their inclusion in the victim's will, the killer strangled the victim while wearing gloves along the highway near the victim's home. Okay, continue. Your reputation spreads. Okay. Strangulation by gloves. Clever if you're trying to hide evidence. It's not so clever if you leave the gloves behind for someone to find, though. This all gives the murder influence an air of sophistication wrapped up in some level of ineptitude, and I imagine the deity responsible reflects that. Critically, though, we must find the party responsible before they strike again. Okay. Alright. Where should we start? The farm, the pipe wrench, and the photograph are all within the same room. Pipe wrench and photograph. The photograph is somewhere west of and in the same row as the gloves. The matches are somewhere north of and with the same color of the photograph. So if the farm, wrench, and photograph are in the same room, over here, that is. This is where the gloves will be. Okay. And the matches will be here. Because they are north of the photograph and within the same column. the photograph can be placed anywhere here in these cells. Okay. The gloves over here. Okay. The gloves are somewhere north. All right. Okay. Well, this is a starting point. The gloves are somewhere north of and within the same column as the film. Okay. And the film is in the southwest cell of its room, so it's gonna be southwest. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Let's see our locations. Is there anything I can do with the film? No. Is there anything I can do with a revolver? The revolver is somewhere north of and within the same column as the trophy. Same column, so it's gonna be, since we have a piece of evidence here, it's gonna be in this room. Okay, the trophy. The farm is somewhere west of and in the same row as the trophy. Okay, so here it is. Right. Anything else with the trophy? No. The farm is somewhere north of and within the same column as the piano wire. The piano wire. So same column over here. Alright, that's not very helpful. How should we proceed? The highway is in the same column and north of the pipe wrench, which is also in the same column and north of the ID card. The pipe wrench is in this room, right? Right. So the pipe wrench can be placed here. So if we were in the same column, the highway that is, it's gonna be here, either here or here. That's helpful to know. And the matches as well. Okay. Alright, the matches can be placed either here or here. Alright. The matches are also somewhere north and in the same column as the photograph. Okay, the photograph is somewhere west of and in the same row as the gloves. That's gonna be somewhere here. Photograph, pipe wrench, and farm. Is it time for me to make a wild guess, or will I manage to? Maybe I'll manage. Wait a second. Maybe I'll manage. I think I'm onto something now. Right. So did we? Yeah, we came to the conclusion that the highway, the pipe wrench is here. So since the highway is north of the pipe wrench, it's gonna be here. The highway is within the same room as the television. Yeah, apparently. Okay, there's the television. All right, and damn it! I thought there was another clue regarding the highway. Yeah, so far we know. ID card. Okay, the ID card. The ID card is in the south, and it's placed in the central cell of its room. Okay, so it's here. Excellent. The library is within the same room as the ID card, so the library is gonna be either here or here. Good. Anything else regarding the library? somewhere west of and in the same row as the poison. So it can be placed here or here. But the library can't be placed here because it's in the same row with something else. So it's gonna be right here. And the poison is gonna be same row over here. All right. All right, this is getting somewhere now. The abandoned house is somewhere north and within the same column as the poison. North of the poison, but not in this room. And the abandoned house is in the central cell of its room. Here. Alright. The farm is somewhere north of and within the same column as the piano wire. This is where the piano wire goes. Great. There are two locations. There's the highway, which is, we've surmised that it's placed here, and there's the town square in the eastern side of this of its room, only here remaining. Cool. All right. The cemetery is within the same room as the letter. The letter can only be placed here. The matches are somewhere north of and with the same column of the library. Okay. Farm pipe wrench photograph in the same room. Okay, photograph is somewhere west of in the same room as the gloves. Okay, the gloves can only be placed here. So if the photograph is in the same row, well, that's over there. And the pipe wrench will apparently go here. The highway is in the same column as the ID card and the pipe wrench, so it will be same column. Same column, but we don't know if it's over here or here. Yeah, this solves the whole thing. The matches are in the same row as the letter, and there's the highway. The killer lost the first place trophy in a competition against the victim and blamed the victim's conduct ever since. Years of resentment later, the killer finally strangled the victim while wearing gloves when the killer asked to view an abandoned house with the victim. Okay, randomly generated cases. Let's play one more. Great job, Crime Reaper. The deity responsible for this one is the duelist, the deity of dueling. Their whole shtick is that they want to start duels with everyone, so they do that face slap thing with gloves. The face slap thing with gloves. I swear some of these cases are just too silly to be true. The motivations between the duelist and the murder influence cases don't match up though, so I'm pretty sure they had a partner in crime. Okay, let's play a third puzzle. All right. Less rooms in this one, for some reason. Okay, so the kitchen, the explosives and the wheel are only in the same room. Right. The kitchen is somewhere north of and within the same column as the hammer, so the hammer is going to be in one of these squares. Okay. Okay, the explosives are in the central cell of their room, and since we know it's gonna be this room, it's gonna be this cell. All right, and the wheel is gonna be this cell over there, the northeast one. Okay. The bedroom is somewhere north of and within the same column as the piano wire. Okay, so since it's a location, since this one is in the north, and since there can't be any other shapes or colors in the same column, and there is something south of the bedroom, it can be in this room, it will be here, since that was the clue over there. That's what the clue told us. The piano wire is in the northeast cell of its room. The piano wire is south of the bedroom, so piano wire over here. Great. The explosives are somewhere north of and within the same column as the photograph. So the photograph is going to be here or here. Or here. Probably. Oh, wait a second. The photograph is in the north central cell of its room. Alright. Alright. The kitchen is somewhere north of and within the same column as the hammer. So the hammer is going to be here or here. There are two more locations. The revolver is in the south central cell of its room. Wait a second. So if the hammer is south of the kitchen, so it's gonna be this is the triangle. The triangle for this room is here or here. Then the revolver should be placed here, and it's in the south central cell of its room. All right. All right. There are two locations, here and here. Two locations remain. Two rooms without a location. That's the correct wording that I was looking for. The film is within the same room as the dining room. All right. Okay. This is a good clue. I think I got it. There is an evidence here. I think it's the TV. But hear me out first. The only room without a piece of evidence and a location is this one. It requires both the dining room and the film. So the dining room is placed in the southwest cell of its room. And the only place where we can place the film is here. Right. This is the only cell, the only room, and the only cell without an evidence, well, a circled shape. Yeah, and this is the only square where we can place the location, the toilet. And the hammer goes here. The killer recorded an illicit 8mm film where they used piano wire to garrote the victim as the victim ate in their dining room, and the killer then sold the material to depraved enthusiasts. Okay, so this was Crime Reaper. I hope you like the game. I like it. I liked it. I like the whole puzzle thing, the whole squeeze your brain for the solution kind of thing. It's my cup of tea, and I didn't know about it. Anyway, so that's all for today, everyone. Thank you for watching, and see you all next time.